Investigation is complete. While the children are being treated at Westchester Medical Center, their grandmother tells me she will seek custody. Neighbors say Ida Giordano grew up in a loving family, which more than 20 years ago placed an ad in her high school yearbook featuring her baby photo. Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Breaking news right now. You can see the flames. Firefighters battling a house fire in Harrison. Joe Bierman in Chopper 2. Joe.
Hello, Dana. This fire is only about 3-4 minutes old. As you can see, it looks like a 2- or 3-story home on the 300 block of John Street in Harrison. Now, the winds are going to play a major factor here. If you look left and right, there are 2 homes immediately right next to this. The fire department has called in, the Harrison Fire Department has called in units from as far away as Jersey City to respond here to try and help them out. No injuries to report. I don't know, though, that the fire department has actually gotten inside the home on fire, but as you can see, the wind playing a factor tonight in this fire in Harrison. Maurice, Dana?
All right, thank you very much, Joe. And you can see from those pictures, it's dangerously cold outside. Another frigid blast is upon us, causing all kinds of trouble all across the tri-state tonight. A layer of ice on many roadways made maneuvering and stopping next to impossible today, causing a whole lot of accidents and major traffic backups. Firefighters in Westchester had to fight frigid temperatures while battling an earlier fire, as the icy conditions made for an extra challenge in trying to put out those flames. And in Manhattan, people did all they could to stay warm as they headed out to brave the bone-chilling temperatures. CBS 2 meteorologist John Bolaris here now to tell us if and when we'll get some relief. And John, you know we need it.
Yeah, we need it in a big way, Maurice. I mean, it's been a brutal 36 hours. Winds yesterday were in the 60s and 50s gusting to. Today, still no picnic, but a little bit less, and they will diminish tonight. JFK reported a wind gust of 47, Belmar, New Jersey, 44, LaGuardia Airport, 41, all basically in the 40s gusting today. Central Park, 32. Winds will diminish tonight, and the snow so far this year, 38.5, more than we had last year at this time. The average for the season is 22.4. If we pick up another couple of inches of snow, there'll be 3 consecutive years of 40 plus. That would be an all-time weather record. I'll be back. I'll let you know about more snow in just a little bit, Maurice.
Okay, John, thank you. Now to what's being billed in the tabloids as a holy war of sorts. Cardinal Egan and the head of the public school teachers union embroiled in a spat. At issue here is whether the state should provide money for parochial schools. CBS 2's John Slattery has a story.
Battling away in Albany was New York's Cardinal Edward Egan, his opponent Randy Weingarten, president of the United Federation of Teachers. Egan has charged the unions with blocking school reform, opposing proposed tax credits for parochial school families. He said, quote, "The leadership of the teacher unions in our state have obstructed reform that is in the best interest of children by fighting any initiative that would create safe competition and increased accountability." Here in New York, Randy Weingarten shot back, releasing a statement that said Egan's attack on teachers and their unions was, quote, "not the religious thing to do," end quote. She accused a religious leader of not being religious. Well, Weingarten's union then put out a revised statement eliminating the religious reference, but called Egan's statement sad, saying, quote, "Cardinal Egan's predecessor, Cardinal O'Connor, with whom we worked very closely, would never have attacked public school teachers or the union that represents them. We urge the Cardinal in the spirit of leadership to reconsider his words. We want to work to help the Catholic schools out of their crisis of declining enrollment and school closings, but attacking the teachers and the teachers' union is not the answer." With 27 Catholic schools slated for closing, what the Cardinal proposes are sliding scale tax credits for parochial families, which the Catholic League for Religious and Civil Rights supports.
The fact is that people should be given the right to decide where their child goes to school without the state telling them where to go to school. And don't ask people to pay twice. And that's essentially what's happening.
The so-called school choice legislation has support in the Republican-controlled state Senate, but there is stiff opposition in the Assembly, which is mostly Democratic and pro-union. John Slattery, CBS 2 News.
The last of the firefighters injured jumping from a burning building in the Bronx was released from the hospital today. Applause greeted Joseph DiBernardo Jr. as he was wheeled out of the New York Presbyterian Hospital Weill Cornell Medical Center. 2 other firefighters were killed in January, making that same leap. 45 days in the hospital, 10 plates and 60 screws in his body have not changed DiBernardo's feelings about being one of New York City's bravest.
And it's still the greatest job on earth. You know, this is what I raised my right hand to do. I knew there'd be circumstances one day, and I was just hoping to get a free pass, but unfortunately I didn't.
DiBernardo has set a goal for himself. He plans on dancing at his sister's wedding, which is 6 months from today.
Wish him the best. Coming up here at 6 tonight, a major bust for the FBI. Hear why and how many suspected mobsters took off the streets of New York City.
Another incident at Teterboro Airport, and some people are calling for the airport to be shut down. I'm Christine Sloan, and I'll have that story coming up.
Plus, 2 feuding rappers linked to a shootout at a hip-hop radio station meet face-to-face. We'll show you what happened next.
Closed Caption is brought to you by Toyota. Choose any direction as long as it's moving you forward. She thought she had health coverage until she got sick. Tonight at 11, a nationwide health insurance scam that's leaving vulnerable people with millions in unpaid medical bills. How can you protect yourself from the coverage con game? Watch CBS 2 News at 11 tonight.
A chilling revelation from a parent's own child.
She's tried to poison you. She has planned to kill you by bashing your head in with a car part.
If she gets the chance, she'll do it.
Next, Dr. Phil.
Tomorrow at 3, only on CBS 2.
There's a lady who graces the harbor, crafted in Europe, designed for New York, and built for fun. Welcome aboard Norwegian Dawn, sailing year-round from her hometown of New York. Now, for 7 days, the beaches and shopping in the Bahamas, a private island paradise, exciting Miami, and the theme parks of Orlando are right outside your door. Norwegian Dawn. Catch a cab to the harbor and you'll be in paradise before you know it.
Everyone's talking about the one Jew talking.
I work alone now. Back to the 6 shows that were so successful on Broadway. I'm doing a 7th show now that's going to contain nothing but me, my observations, opinions, thoughts, ideas, perceptions, and manipulations of whatever I see in this universe.
Don't miss Jackie Mason. Performances begin March 8th at the Helen Hayes Theater. For tickets, visit telecharge.com or call 212-239-6200.
If you hear jokes you heard before, call me personally. Not only will I give you your money back, I'll buy you a couple of shirts besides.
Since my guy broke up with me, I fell in love with cable TV. Now I get Showtime on demand. There's just no competition. Gotta call 1-800-OK-CABLE. They got it all. 1-800-OK-CABLE.
Well, there was one year where I almost lost the entire backyard to crabgrass, and I vowed that would never happen again. The following year, I did use Turf Builder plus Halts. It not only got rid of the crabgrass, but it also greened up the lawn and thickened it. I used the cheaper brands, but I didn't have the color that I wanted, and I did have the weeds. Look how thick it is. Look at the color of it. There are no weeds. I take the credit instead of Scott's. I call it Luby Lawn. I'm very proud of the results that I get from Scott's, and there will be no crabgrass.
It happened again for the second time in several weeks. An airplane skidded off the runway at Teterboro Airport. Last night, a small business jet was trying to land and ended up in a muddy area just 1,000 feet from Industrial Road. The 2 crew members and 2 passengers on board were not hurt. The FAA says it looks like the pilot overshot the runway. This second accident makes people who live in the area nervous. Just last month, 20 people were hurt when a corporate jet slid off the runway during takeoff. The plane went across Route 46 before smashing into the wall of a warehouse.
Federal agents have arrested 32 men in what they're calling a major mob bust. Prosecutors say most of the suspects belong to the Gambino crime family. The bust was a result of a 2-year undercover sting by an FBI agent. They say he secretly taped hundreds of conversations and got so close to the suspects, he was almost inducted into the family. That, along with wiretaps by other agents, helped reveal the inner workings of the mafia operation.
Their efforts have helped us rip out at the roots the first post-Gotti Gambino hierarchy.
The suspects facing charges including racketeering, assault, and union embezzlements.
Still ahead, they were at war, but now find out why 2 rappers are making a promise saying enough is enough.
It was bundle up weather today after a blast of snow. So what is next? John is back with your full forecast in a moment.
Ford, the most powerful line of the best-selling vehicles on the planet, like America's most trusted SUV, the legendary Ford Explorer, just $249 a month. A well-equipped XLT edition with advanced track four-wheel drive, premium CD sound, and more for an incredibly low $249. Special savings for a limited time only.
Nobody can do what Maaco does. Maaco can repaint your entire car fast. In most cases, just a few days. Our economical ambassador paint service is only $229. Make it easy, make it right, make it Maaco.
A small table that becomes big. Not 2 chairs, not 4, but 6 big ones.
And a big bench at $4.99. Big enough.
It's even bigger with my Lazy Bob.
All 9 pieces, $4.99.
Nasal congestion keeping you awake? Try Breathe Right strips with patented dual flex bars inside. They gently lift open nasal passages to help you get more air. Breathe better, sleep better with Breathe Right. Original tan or clear for sensitive skin.
0 to 60 in under 8 seconds. 200 horsepower, 3.5-liter engine. It's all about the numbers. Log on to CBSNewYork.com for a chance to win a number of great prizes. Then watch Numbers Friday at 10 on CBS 2, sponsored locally by the Pontiac G6. The thrill reinvented.
If you carry this card, you'll want this card, the AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plan card. Even with Medicare, you could still pay nearly half of your medical bills out of your own pocket. If you're 65 or over, this card can help pay for what Medicare doesn't. This is one powerful card. It represents the only Medicare supplement plan endorsed by AARP. Why an AARP Medicare supplement plan? Because you can keep your own doctors without any referrals and no claim forms. Prescription drug coverage is available, and AARP group rates are competitively priced. Call to get free information about these plans underwritten by United Healthcare Insurance Company. There's no obligation, and it's easy to change to an AARP plan. Call now and you'll also get this free booklet. Call now even if you're not an AARP member yet, and join more than 2 million members enjoying the benefits of this powerful card. Call now.
9/11. Of all the stories in a reporter's notebook, it's the biggest story of all. Dan Rather takes you back to that fateful day tonight on the CBS Evening News on CBS 2.
The feud between rappers 50 Cent and The Game may have come to an end following last week's downtown shooting.
Katie McGee is here now with the latest. Katie.
Well, Maurice, Dana, today the 2 platinum-selling rappers came together in public for the first time since the shootout outside Hot 97 last week.
And God bless you all.
It's hard to believe, looking at this embrace between rappers 50 Cent and The Game, that it was just over a week ago the two were linked to a shootout outside Hot 97's headquarters. Today, they agreed it was time to put the past behind them.
I just want to apologize on behalf of myself, 50 Cent, and to the fans, the radio stations, our labels, and I'm almost ashamed to have participated in the things that went on the last couple of weeks.
We're here today to show that people can rise above even the most difficult circumstances, and together we can put negativity behind us.
The rappers joined forces, making a donation to the Boys Choir of Harlem, and they plan to make a similar contribution to a youth music program on the West Coast. But their apology may not be enough for the tenants and landlord at 395 Hudson Street, the building that houses Hot 97. At a press conference today, an attorney for one of the unions that do business in the building outlined strict visitation changes, including no more than 2 people at the radio station at any given time.
We've had 3 shooting incidences. We've had innumerable instances where we've had this posse of people come in and rush up to the security station, and then middle in the lobby, and then all go up in the elevators together. Our tenants have come to us. They're terrified of being in that building.
A spokesperson for the radio station responded today saying, quote, "We are in constant contact with our landlord in order to reach a mutually acceptable resolution. Keep in mind that no incidents have occurred inside the building." I spoke to several fans today who said that 50 Cent and The Game are the 2 hottest names in hip-hop right now, and that if anyone can set a precedent for peace, they are the ones to do it. So I guess we see what happens as this falls out.
All right, Katie, thanks.
Yep. John is here talking about the weather after last night's bitter cold and just traffic problems everywhere. And
it's been a nightmare. Walking problems, traffic problems, cold problems,
standing still problems.
What's that?
Just standing still problems.
Standing still problems. And you know what? the wind will ease. That's one problem, one less problem we have to deal with later on tonight. Let's check out our view and see what we have. Just this has been it. Bundled up like we're living in the Aleutian Islands or Alaska or something like that. It's just way too cold for March standards. It feels like the middle of January. Yeah, got the muffs on. Not bad. Working out all right there. All right, let's check out some numbers for you. Could turn out to be one of the coldest months of all time, Marches of all time, I should say. Top 11 right now we are. We're averaging 34.2 degrees. We're in 11th place. We don't want to win this race. The coldest March of all time, 1888. The blizzard of 1888, March 12th of 1888. The average temperature was 30 degrees. All right, the high today, oh, that's not good, 31 degrees. Cold. That's cold. Normal low is 33, so when the high is below the normal low, you're cold. Normal high should be 47, record high 75 degrees, record low 11 degrees in 1996. Out there right now in Central Park, 29 degrees. Morristown, New Jersey, it is 30. Newburgh, 23. We head eastbound, Connecticut, 27 degrees. 23 Poughkeepsie, White Plains, 24. Bohemia, 25. East Hampton, 27. Brooklyn, 28 degrees. You factor in the winds, but the winds are beginning to ease up. Note the wind chills, not below zero. Winds are beginning to ease up. Feels like 17 in New York City right now. Not all that bad. ISUP 14, Newburgh 12, Bridgeport, it feels like 14 on the exposed flesh. Tonight, winds ease up around 9, 10 o'clock, a light wind. It will be frigid, but the wind is what really gets you. Then on Thursday, good deal of sunshine, but no wind, a tranquil weather day. Highs around 36. And then Friday, a shot of snow. Right now, light accumulations. Not looking at anything major, but it will snow arriving Friday morning, 37 degrees. Storm system, will it develop in time for Saturday? Nope, I don't think so. Too much separation. They don't come together and form one big bomb off the coast. It bombs off the New England coast offshore. With this kind of a setup, we remain storm-free Saturday, just some wind and flurries. Clear and frigid tonight, wind eases, icy patches 18, colder inland, sunshine cold, no wind. Thursday, 36, 5-day forecast. You can see that threat of some light snow with a light accumulation Friday. It ends Friday night, and then some flurries on Saturday. As long as that storm system behaves itself and remains offshore, we're okay. Clouds and flurries on Sunday. We'll double check on that potential for the upcoming weekend. Right now, it looks like that storm is going to remain too far off the coast to do any kind of significant damage.
Good. Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Coming up, a House committee has subpoenaed some of baseball's top stars to testify about steroids.
So, which players will be heading to the nation's capital to testify? The details are next.
Let's get it. Next Insider, Bill Clinton's new health crisis, what we learned on the eve of his latest surgery. Plus, Jennifer Garner and Alias Home Movies, what set secrets did the Insider uncover? And inside with the littlest Texas cheerleaders. Then, Entertainment Tonight has supermodel tsunami survivor Petra Nimkova.
Did you know that your bones were broken?
Plus,
I don't have any control over anything!
the gambling addict's intervention in a TV special. Next ET.
The Insider at 7 and Entertainment Tonight at 7:30. An hour of star power tonight on CBS 2. There's a new way to beat that morning commute.
It's a technological breakthrough.
Giving you exact speeds,
Travel times and delays on major commuter routes.
with new point-to-point traffic reports from the 2 Crew.
Weekday mornings 5 to 7.
Hurry into Foremost Spring Sale and enjoy 1 year interest-free. The Spring Sale at Foremost Furniture, hidden in the heart of Manhattan.
Irish corned beef. For more than 80 years, those desiring truly delicious corned beef have come to enjoy it. For a true taste of New York, ask for the Irish family of meats.
Kayak, old trunk, golf clubs, we need to talk.
What is it, Jim?
I'm taking you guys to public storage. You'll love it there. It's clean and well lit.
But we like the garage.
Someone else is moving into the garage.
It's the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stupid car.
Public Storage has everything you need to store anything you've got. Call 1-800-44-STORE and get 1 month free. Public Storage, your stuff will be happy here.
This is sweet.
Back in 1954, I delivered flowers on my bike. And I've been in the flower business ever since. My name is Nicholas Colomeo. I have my own flower shop for 37 years in the Bronx. And it's still there. People love flowers. They're romantic, you know, like me. I've worked hard my whole life. Today, I deserve a health plan that works hard, too. I want a Medicare plan without referrals. I want a free gym membership. And I don't want to pay a penny more than I'm already paying for Medicare. That's why I joined Oxford.
If you're eligible for Medicare, call Oxford Medicare Advantage at 1-800-961-0901.
My flowers, they always make people feel good. Now Oxford, they make me feel good.
Get what you deserve. Call 1-800-961-0901. A nationwide health insurance scam that could cost you a fortune. Tonight at 11.
Chris is off, Duce is here, and we're talking steroids once again.
The story will never go away. As expected, subpoenas have been issued to several baseball players, including Jason Giambi. They are to testify March 17th before a congressional committee investigating steroid use in baseball. It's an all-star list of names. Giambi will be joined by Jose Canseco, Mark McGuire, Kurt Schilling, Sammy Sosa, Rafael Palmeiro, and Frank Thomas. Many players said before the subpoenas were issued they were not interested in attending. They now have no choice. There is a catch, though. The players could avoid questions by invoking their Fifth Amendment right. Pedro Martinez was slated to pitch against the Cardinals this afternoon, but the game was rained out. Pedro did pitch a simulated game under a covered bullpen so he could remain on schedule. Yankees and Indians washed away, too. Mets outfielder Mike Cameron is doing an about-face. Cameron's agent told the team it should stop entertaining trade offers for him. He initially balked at the Mets' plans to move him to right field. Cameron lost his spot in center when the team acquired Carlos Beltran. New Jets receiver Lavernius Coles is in town to take his physical. That will make the trade with the Redskins for Santana Moss official. Plaxico Burress is finally having his meeting with the Giants. The free agent receiver was originally scheduled to visit the team on Monday, but a bout with the flu delayed things. The Giants are reportedly prepared to offer a 6-year, $20 million deal. That may not be enough dough to get this deal done. Nice moves. The Knicks are so hot right now, the only thing that could slow them down is a long layoff. The Knicks don't play again until Sunday. Last night, they won their 5th game in 6 tries. They took on the Wizards. Jamal Crawford had the most creative play of the night, passed the ball to himself for an alley-oop dunk. Crawford scored 19 points. Tim Thomas added 12 points. This 3-point play in the third quarter tied the game at 54. Kurt Thomas's jumper in the fourth, part of a 15-0 run. The Knicks won 93-83.
It's hard to go in with a loss, and have 4 days off, but to go in with a win and we won 5 out of 6, 7 in a row at home, it feels good. We'll get some good practice in and continue to work hard.
The Nets ran into Tim Duncan and the Spurs last night. The Nets shot just 32% from the floor, and Duncan had a lot to do with it. He had 4 blocks. The Nets tried to hang in there. Jason Kidd's 3 cut a one-time 20-point deficit down to 9, eventually down to 6. But no one had an answer for Mr. Duncan. 19 points for him. The Nets lost 90-74. They have dropped 3 straight. Unless Seton Hall or Rutgers do the impossible, the only area team that has a realistic shot of making the NCAA tournament, the Wagner Seahawks from Staten Island. Wagner, which began the season 2-15, has won 9 of its last 10 games. Wagner faces Fairleigh Dickinson in tonight's Northeast Conference Championship game. Highlights at 11. Big East tournament underway at the Garden today. West Virginia and Providence. Second half, Kevin Pittsnoggle. He buries 5 3-pointers. Automatic Pittsnoggle. The Mountaineers nail a dozen as a team. They win easily 82-59. Seton Hall Rutgers in action later on tonight. And one other note, the NYC Catholic League Championship game tonight at Fordham University. Tonight's matchup features Rice and Zavarian. That is a look at sports.
All right. Thank you, Ducis.
Let's take a quick look at what's coming up tonight on CBS 2 News at 11. Ernie Nast is live in the newsroom. Hi, Ernie.
Hi, Dana. Coming up later tonight at 11, 2 cadets at an exclusive military school. They're arraigned on serious charges in a story we first brought you exclusively. We'll be live with that. Plus, an exploding problem of health insurance scams, unlicensed companies that pose as health insurers, then they pocket your premiums but rarely pay claims. Kirsten Cole has that story. Join us for that and more tonight on CBS 2 News at 11. Right back to you, Maurice.
All right, thank you, Ernie. Tonight, finally, after 24 years as the face of CBS News, a final goodbye by Dan Rather tonight. He arrived this morning for his last day in the anchor chair at the CBS Evening News. Rather's departure follows a discredited 60 Minutes report on the president's war record. But many people will remember him for his day-to-day reporting over more than 4 decades on everything from politics to hurricanes to the war on terrorism.
I've been really lucky and mightily blessed to have this job for as long as I've had it. I've had it much, much longer than I ever imagined was possible.
And we invite you to stay tuned for Dan Rather's final broadcast as the anchor of the CBS Evening News coming up straight ahead. And at 8 tonight, there's a special send-off broadcast called Dan Rather, A Reporter Remembers.
Look back at all his contributions. Thanks for joining us tonight. That's CBS 2 News at 6. I'm Dana Tyler.
And I'm Maurice DuBois. The CBS Evening News with Dan Rather is straight ahead.
Have a good night. We will see you tomorrow.